Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Let's guess what today is.
It's Hump Day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump Day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
I'm calling out my experience on this one. I can tell that the Hump Day commercial was going to be an epic fail for students and faculty. I knew that somewhere in some school system throughout the country that there would be an issue with kids non-stop getting it in their heads. Hump Day! It's funny. But it's funny once. When it happens all the time, and that's what these kids get in their heads, they want to say it over and over. I had the fillet of fish song that would not end, and it happened in Vernon Public Schools as well. So let's put those videos to rest. You already saw Hump Day. Here is Filet O Fish from McDonald's. I'm going to keep the article No Quick Fix for School Bullying from Suzanne Carlson in my files because I think it is a stupendous article, well written, well researched about the types of bullying or the types of students. There are 4 types mentioned in the article, and I have seen this. I've had training about this. Every word of it is true, and everything that we need to do as educators and as people who care about these students need to do is outlined in here. The Anti-Defamation League program identifies 4 roles involved in bullying, which children often fluctuate between as they try to figure out their identities and make their way through the fraught social landscape. There's the target. We're going to use the term target instead of the negative term of the victim. Victim implies helplessness, and we don't want any student to feel helpless. We want them to feel like they were a target of something, but they still had an action plan that they could take part in. Number 2, the bystander, someone who just stares and watches something happen. Number 3, the aggressor. This is your bully, but we don't want to call him a bully. We know that they're being aggressive because there's something else going on, either biochemically or environmentally, that they just can't handle, and this is their technique for avoiding that pain, as being an aggressor. And number 4, the ally. We want more of these kids in our lives. So this article really goes into description of how we can bring out those changes, get more allies, less bystanders, less aggressors, and less targets. I hope that you read the article on your own. Look for it in the archives of Hartford Current, because my picture is not the greatest. I want to congratulate Wethersfield on taking the CREC initiative to make STEM education a program that they're offering. And for those laymen who don't know, STEM is an acronym that stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. A lot of people believe that education is moving towards these four areas, that this is the workforce that these students are going to be going into. Those are more desired skills than reading or other things of that nature that general education of the greater populace work on more exclusively. The CREC Discovery Academy, an elementary school with science and math themes, are working on the STEM. Their goal is to create the math and science leaders of the future, and that's what they'll do at that school. The superintendent of schools, Dina Crowell, seems like she's doing a great job in rearing these kids, and I love this article. If nothing else for the picture, look at the cute kids. It looks like some of my students that I had in Vernon. This is probably going to be a two-parter because the mental health services talked about in this article, there's going to be a forum on October 15th. It's not yet October 15th, but the organizers of an upcoming forum states that they want insight into the challenges facing those who are trying to get help, as well as provide information for the public. The League of Women Voters of Canton has brought in quite a few keynote speakers on this particular topic. Kenneth Duckworth, Medical Director of National Alliance on Mental Illness and an assistant clinical professor at Harvard Medical School, as well as people from Wheeler Clinic in Plainville. David Vaughn, who is the program manager of Young Adult Services in the Institute of Living in Hartford, and so many more speakers on behalf of these kids. So I hope to read the article, and I'm going to save this one until I get another to go with it. Before searching for the post-baccalaureate program that I'm working at Central Connecticut State University, I looked at all of my options. I loved that my master's was taught at the University of New Haven, where they offered a one-year master's program that I could get teacher certification at. This program that UConn is doing is for educators who are looking to become principals, but more or less this program is geared for EBD kids, and that's one of my preferences for my special education certification. I'm looking more closely at those emotional and behaviorally disturbed children and seeing what they need. And this UConn program is about making principals through the Neig School of Education and Training for urban schools. It's a 6th-year professional diploma, and it's tailored to the Hartford school systems and its challenges. There's some gifted and talented academy. There's teacher evaluation and the history of Hartford and everything in between, says Gina Gleason, who is a member of the teaches Spanish and history at Hartford Public Schools Law and Government Academy. So that's just a little synopsis of that. When I was doing my undergraduate work, I made quite a bit of friends, and those friends decided that it would be great at the beginning of the school year to take a little break off and go to the Berlin Fair. So my friend won me this husky. I love my little husky. That was back in 2005, September of 2005. The article, Schools Closed, really worried me when I first started to read it, but then I saw it was Berlin schools. It was for one day, the opening day of the Berlin Fair, and I think it's a great thing that the school wants to have the community involved in something that's going to put money into the system by collaborating with businesses. There's so much good that a day off can do. It does worry me that the education is not going to be there, but the rides, the entertainment, the fun, getting yourself acclimated back at school after having 2 to 3 months off is a hard thing to do. So taking that one day for the opening day might not be something that's so bad. I don't know. If you have your own take, please leave some comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.